Welcome to episode 4, where we will be discussing the song called Rise.
Yes, sir.
R-I-S-E.
Rise.
This song has a particular deep meaning for you.
Yes.
Off camera, Lionel told me that he might tear up in this episode. So clearly there's something there. What is it about?
So this particular song, again, this was 4 years in the making, since I released the last release. So the key thing here was when I approached Rise, it was about I'll rise, But I felt with all the same, it was an empowering song, like I am all the same, I accept myself. I Can Breathe was also not acceptance, but like I'm good, life's good, I can breathe. And Rise was just going to be another one like that. But during the time when I was kind of nailing down the lyrics and the message, my brother was going through a particular rough patch and honestly still is kind of today. And I felt this was definitely more for him. This is a song he needed to hear and something I needed to write about. And as soon as I made that decision where I changed I'll rise to you'll rise, meaning he'll rise, because I'm talking to him in the song, it clicked. Everything clicked from the verses to the bridge, what I needed to say. And
Does your brother know that you've written this song for him?
He has no clue.
Okay, so when's he going to find out?
Well, you'll find out probably with this podcast. When I say,
so when he watches this episode,
yes,
he'll probably find out that this song is for him.
100%.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want to play us some of this song?
Yeah, let's play from the beginning. So I'll play the first verse and the chorus so you guys can get a feel. But it's a rock song, heavy drums, in your face. It is meant to be happy. It is a positive outcome. Let's get into it. The days come, forced to your knees, a crushed version of you that no one's ever seen. I tell the peeps, don't worry, you'll rise. Don't be sorry, just rise. So that sets the tone, I'm seeing my brother on his knees, I've never seen him in my life. He's a fighter, he's a physical fighter. He fucks shit up. And as a big brother, he's always been a big brother. And now the older we've gotten, it's almost reversed, which is sad but poetic. And
how do you find writing lyrics about yourself and for yourself versus writing lyrics for someone else? Was there any different there, or did you still take the principles?
I think this was so much easier when I loved not writing about myself, because most of my previous songs always been me, and maybe some love songs just generally but this was so empowering to just not write about myself and for something that I feel my brother needs to hear,
Sure.
and how important it is for him to hear and know that, we got his back, because that's what the song's about. I got his back. He's had
Lionel's
my back.
got your back.
Yeah. Basically. But it's a tough one.
Yeah.
And it is
I'm
a tough
hearing
one.
a lot of the same type of sounds. It seems like you've taken the same drum EQ, guitar, still drop D on the guitar, some synth, it seems to be the theme for these 3 songs.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a genre, I do like using real drums, MIDI drums, but that general rock band composition, where it's bass, guitars, vocals, and then obviously the MIDI stuff for like the texture.
Okay.
But it's rinse and repeat,
Have you listened to a band called Switchfoot?
Yes.
It sounds very Switchfoot to me.
Interesting. I'll listen more closely.
The guitar is very...
Let's have a listen.
Yeah, how do I describe it?
The verses or the choruses?
The verses.
I've actually been told that
It's very muted. It's very
punchy.
punchy.
And then I add these little licks.
That's very Switchfooty.
And then with the drums, I like tight. Like things, almost like a funk influence.
Like if you had to play this live and it was this tight, it would sound amazing.
100%.
It would sound brilliant.
In my previous brand, that was kind of our signature, was this tightness, where we all try to hit everything at the same time and create this these moments of energy. So I think it's something that's still carried over from our past.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, because I think performing live does influence a lot the recording process, how you think about the outcome of the music itself.
There's also a section here where it's heavy as F, and I wanted this one to go heavy.
Okay, play it.
There's so much production things, automation, things coming in, coming out, left pan, right pan, up pan, down the pan, frying pan, all of the pans.
And then the yeast to make it rise.
Well done. Thank you for that.
That was just a dad joke. Sorry. I love it. I love the sound. It really sounds good.
Thank you.
I'm not saying it as in like a surprise. Like I'm surprised that you can create something so good, Lionel. No, actually I'm saying it really sounds good. I can see why you're so proud of this.
Yeah.
I can see why you're so proud of all three songs.
Yeah.
And this one in particular, it's always because I know you as a perfectionist, and this is for your brother, who you care about deeply, and I can see that. It's great being able to put something out there that is this brilliant.
100%.
That sounds so good. It's like, I did this for you.
Yeah, and it's the meaning's there, you know. And I think the payoff line for me is like, yes, he's down, he's finding his way up, but I've got his back. And I think it's that last chorus, and I think that's what makes it so powerful. I'll probably just play the vocals just so you guys can hear. But this last, my computer's saying no memory. This is an M1 Pro. It's not good enough.
M3.
So what's all the peeps? Don't worry, you're right.
Again, the harmonies, you know, lift this song, you know.
'Cause I got your back, just like you had mine.
So this is how I feel I've got his back, and in other ways.
That's
you know.
great.
But
I'm hearing in the vocals a lot of like heavy breathing.
Yes.
Did it take a lot of energy for you to sing that?
Actually, no. That's actually the production technique. The mixing is the compressors doing a lot of that. So the way the compressor's clamping down, it's actually pushing up those breaths quite a lot. And that's one of the techniques the guys say why you should push the compression.
Because it actually creates a lot of emotion.
Yes.
It adds expression.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then from that, we wrap up like, if the computer let me. Sorry, guys. This is what it is.
Very nice. I love it. Look,
and that's the end.
Yeah,
but it's
if you owned a bakery,
yes,
this would be a great song to play whilst the cakes are in the oven.
Rising.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think besides that, somebody stuff, but nothing.
I think this is brilliant. I absolutely love how you put this together. Yeah.
So it goes with the guitars, you know. There's so many production things that maybe you don't really hear. You just switch off these guys. There's so much happening. And it progresses with the song. You know, it's not the same. Yeah, and there's so many details that
some big chords. I love the harmonies with the guitar as well.
And it's the same for all the songs.
How long did it take you to for this from start to finish recording, mixing?
I think it took me longer than it need to. But then again, this is all weekends and evenings. So recording, let's say, because writing was, I'd say maybe a month or 2 months.
For one song?
No, for all, sorry.
Okay.
Because I'll technically record all of the basses and all of the guitars, like for each song, and then jump. It's dependent. But we'll chat about how the future looks, because I think this 3-song EP releasing or album releasing is changing a bit because of streaming. But yeah. But that's Rise. I don't know.
Show us on the guitar, just some of the chords.
Cool. I was debating, should I show something on the guitar or not? Just so tight here. It's so tight, you know. So this particularly is I've always done these chords. I don't know. You can dissect them. I'm not going to dissect them because I'm going to look like a fool. I tell you, a fool.
They what we'd call 2 chords. So where it's a chord where you've added the second note of the chord in there. So if that's what's that?
I think it's G, A, B.
Yeah, so you're adding an A into that G.
So yeah, that's basically, and again, this is extremely simple. I'm using the exact same chord progression. So the verse I'm doing, da, da, da. Then I go to the D to resolve it. In the chorus, I do almost the same thing. I'm using the same, but I'll just do.
That's interesting because you're in the key of D major, and that's historically quite a high key to sing in.
I think I struggle. I think I need to down tune actually.
No, like D. No, but the thing is,
but the
chords. It sounds good to the ear.
Yes.
Transposing it down a key, I don't think it would have the same
impact. Yeah. It's something I want to experiment with.
But I think that
because I have to sing in these registers.
I've always found D is a very high. It's a very high key to sing in.
But yeah, that's most of the song, and then it's just again the chords are extremely simple from my previous songs. It's so simple that I remember these songs after not playing them for months, which I think might mean something, meaning that's less is better or less is more. But
no, it's great.
Then I add these little in the second verse.
Very cool.
But yeah, that's
very talented man. Very, very talented man.
Talented, but look, it's years. This is the thing, 22 years, and I think maybe it's good that you mentioned that. And I think to wrap up this whole podcast, when am I good enough? I've literally been doing this 22 years. Yes, different levels of skills, that you see, from playing the instrument to, again, I don't sing now, but to those production skills, it's when am I good enough? And I think I've never felt good enough until now. Or at least the songs never felt good enough. And I think it ties into what we started.
I think I have an answer for you on that.
He always has an answer. This man, he's a genius.
To end off this episode before we get into the next one, the wrap-up episode. I think you're good enough when you start having fun.
It's a good point. Jacques has let me know I'm too serious. You guys let me know if I'm too serious. Because I think he does know me in another light when I'm not too serious. Yeah. And there is a version of line. I take this seriously, but it's tricky.
Yeah, I went to go watch Bryan Adams live last year, this time. And Keith Scott, his guitarist, he's like, I think he's 60 years old, but what a phenomenal guitarist. And I'm like thinking to myself, does that guy still feel he's not good enough? Does he still feel like he's got a lot more to learn? The guy is insane and live. Like it's just, you stand there and you're like, how can someone play guitar that well? Do you think he asks himself those questions? But when I look at him on stage, I just go, this guy's just having fun. I don't think he cares about getting better. I don't think he cares about necessarily like, am I good enough to be in this band? He's like, I am good enough, and I'm just having a jolt, man. Like I'm just here to have fun. So I think at the point where you accept, like, I'm just having fun now, is the point where you go, I'm happy. I'm happy with my skill. I'm happy with where I'm at. Yes, I can always become better. I can always practice more. But you also need to enjoy the process and where 100%. You're at. So that wraps up the episode. We'll see you on the next one.